How's it going, fellas and fellows? So welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great morning. So this video is going to be, told you guys I'm gonna do a video every fucking day on this situation. I wasn't lying. So John with no H is found out through my buddy Bruce is the CEO for Cassidy. He's the owner, the CEO. So go back to the video prior to this. John with no H tells my buddy to get fucked. He never asked where the proof is so he could see it, so we put the proof out. We'll see what Cassidy Transit does, but I want to explain something. I don't have any ill malice towards Cassidy Transit. I wholeheartedly believe. I'm gonna give my opinion though. John with no H, you're an arrogant little asshole that shouldn't be running a business because you don't know how to conduct yourself. You're an arrogant fucking fuckface, and in my opinion, you're a cocksucker. There we go. I got my opinions out of the way. So, John with no H tells my buddy to fuck off. John Oliver, I think is his name, or OKZ or some stupid shit. Is his real name, but I call him John with no H. So that's how I'm going to refer to him from now on. Tells my buddy to fuck off, basically. Defends Rich tooth and nail, even though Richard Furler, his employee, has openly said the N word on live stream, on Rich's own live stream, has lied about having heart attacks and stents. Yes, folks. This Richard Furler is supposed to have so many health issues. His health is so bad, but he's driving your children around. He is driving your children around when he could have a massive coronary and hit a tree with your kid in the car. Not only that, Richard Furler also has stated that parents, you folks, parents, should get their 14-year-old daughters OnlyFans. Yes. Not only that, they should help them with their OnlyFans. All this is documented, and I have proof of all this from his own live streams, from his own mouth. So, not only that, he says that the child should have the choice to give up their innocence. Yeah, he likes young girls, so what? He doesn't follow them. And there's just so much more. But I want to make this video kind of short, sweet, to the point. John with no H decided that he was going to berate my buddy, Jeff, over at Mako, and never once asked about the proof so he could protect the children that his company, that his company is responsible for. Never once. But John with no H, I want you to understand something. This isn't over. This is about protecting the children. I don't give a flying fuck about your company. I wish them no bad. I wish them no good. I don't give a flying fuck. The next calls will be to the school board, which I'm sure they'll want to see the proof. John with no H. And if you're a parent of a disabled child that these people are responsible for driving, keep in mind your child is alone in a car with a man that says if they're on Instagram that if they're 13 and below, he automatically blocks them. 14 and above, he doesn't. He has said the N-word again openly. That, you ready for this? Parents should get their child, 14-year-old, their 14-year-old child's OnlyFans and help them. The only reason they don't is because they don't want to be responsible for it. So he supports CP. Let's see here. What else? That they separate the child. That it's the child's choice to give up the innocence. Let's see here. What else? Oh, here's the best one for you parents that might worry about this man being alone. His name's Richard Furler. Then you could find all this. We have all this video evidence documented. Not to mention Google his name. Google just New Jersey state records and see what comes up. But I digress there. But anyways, that he is 56 years old. He could fuck a 16-year-old. He could fuck your 16-year-old daughter because the law he is 55 years old, worried about the age of consent, and has it down pat that the age of consent is 16. So he could fuck your 16-year-old daughter and get away with it. Because you know why? It's okay for him to do that. And John would know H, instead of hearing these things and doing his due diligence, doing his job, which isn't to defend his employee. It's to see the proof and see what his employee does. Said that he's not responsible for what his employees do off the clock. He's not responsible for what they say. He's not responsible for any of that. That it's okay. But John with no H, you're probably madder than a motherfucker right now, which is understandable. I mean, Rich probably lied to you and said there was no proof, but now you see it. You're probably mad because anytime somebody Googles your fucking company now, these videos pop up, which is perfectly cool because parents have the right to know who you employ, who you support. Because never once again, John Winoich, did you say, I want to see the proof. Let me see the proof, and I'll come to a conclusion. Never once. Instead, you doubled down and protected your seat filler, the guy that makes you money, not the children. But yeah, you said you've been in business since the 70s, so like that fucking matters. But John Winoich, these videos are going to continue to come, and maybe you'll do the right thing. Maybe you'll do the right thing, see the videos, see what he is, realize he's a liability, and handle the situation. Or you'll think I'm full of shit and I can't get nothing done and Jeff can't get nothing done and we'll just see what happens, which is fine because parents can see his videos and they will always see his videos because they have a right to know who you're employing, who you're letting drive their children around. They have that right. You know, they're the parents to make another conscious choice with another bus company that doesn't employ someone like Rich. You know, again, I'm leaving my opinions out of this, John Minoich, but I'm gonna tell you something. I am perfectly cool. Tell you what, you want to do a live stream, you can come on here and talk about your company all you want and take up for Rich and tell us your point of view. I'm sure Jeff would be completely down with it. I am completely down with it. But here's how it's gonna go if you so choose, John with no H. Here's how this is gonna go. You're not gonna come on a live stream and tell me to fuck off or Jeff to fuck off. We're gonna keep it business professional, something that I know you struggle with seeing that phone call. Business professional, you don't answer the phone and tell your customers or people trying to let you know things to fuck off, Because just like the one, you also have a Google review where you told somebody to fuck off and then demanded money from them. But I digress. These are Google reviews that people can go read for themselves on your company with only a 3.2 star rating on Google, which I don't know how the fuck you only get a 3.2 star rating. Anyway, I'm getting my opinion. I don't want to do that. You are more than welcome to come on live and talk about this, John with no H. Or I know what you're probably going to contact me and say. I am going to sue you for slander. I haven't slandered you or defamated you in any way. I have took what you said, which you gave Jeff permission in that video, because Jeff plainly states you are being recorded, and you say, do what you got to do. So we're doing what we got to do. As far as slander, I took what you said on that phone call, pointed out the obvious fucking flaws in what you said. I pointed out the character flaws where you didn't once try to take up for the children. Then I put in what your employee has done. Now you can't say you don't know. And I haven't even put in the health issue thing. Maybe this will be what, let's see here. Maybe that'll be the forced video. Maybe that'll be Thursday's video. I'll do all that. Because your employee's such bad health, man. I mean, he could get in a car. Think about this, John. I want you to understand something because I'm talking to you. And I know you're seeing this. I know you're just probably got that vein in your head going. But anyways, I want you to understand something from this dumbass Ichabod. I want you to understand something. If Rich really has a heart attack or has a stent, or even if you don't, he's fatter than fuck, has a heart condition. He has a stent. He's probably had a heart condition because he's got swelling in the ankles. Understand this. If Rich gets in a car and smacks a tree, a car, a fucking house with a child in that car, and we'll all know about it, I promise you that, me and my community will be there 100% to back up the children and to prove that your company knew about this. Knew about his bad health issues. So you're not going to be able to bury your head in the sand and say, we didn't know. Because I'll be their witness and I'll bring all this factual video evidence from Mako stuff. And I'm sure Jeff will over at Mako. I'm sure Bruce will. I'm sure almost all 700 of my community will be there to testify about this shit. Understand that. John with no H. Now, let's discuss something else. So, John with no H. Hope you're having a good day, buddy. I really do. Understand. When yours, I know you don't care about your employee, but I know you care about your fucking image. Your business, because that's where you make your dollar bills, y'all. So, I want you to understand something, John with no H. And I'm not calling your fucking name besides that one time. Here's why. Because I know your name, Jeff knows your name, half of our community knows your name, and I'm sure the parents that are watching this video right now know your name. That's all that matters. What, John with no H? And I want you to ask yourself a question. Understand this, John with no H. I want you to understand this. Rich, when he called that person the N-word, was in your company vehicle. That, says Cassidy Transit LLC on the door. See, he does the stupid shit. Not only does he do that, he live streams while driving in your vehicles. What would you have done if that person would have seen your logo on the door and heard him call them the N-word? How would your company? Oh, you would have told him to get fucked. That's what you would have done. Now, I want to talk about something. See these little this stuff up here where it says, one of them says, we care about your children as if we were their own. No, you don't, John with no H. At least John doesn't. Because John would have done his due diligence, said, I want to see the videos where this dude says this, because this dude could be a liability, and I want to protect the children. Never once did he ask about protecting the children. He wanted to protect his moneymaker, his cash cow. So, I will see you guys in the next one. And we'll do this again, and again, and again, and I will scream this from the rooftops. Again, I mean no disrespect towards John. This is not slander. Parents can form their own opinion, but parents have a right to know what your business is doing and how you guys are conducting yourself and what you employ. These are all factual evidence. I can back these up, as well as if you don't want to assume me, I'll give you my name, where I live, and you can fly your ass down here, and we can do it that way. By the way, bring Rich, because a judge is going to find it pretty fucking want to know why you're defending Rich after she sees all this shit. And she's also going to know what kind of businessman conducts himself like that and tells somebody to get fucked. Sorry, figure it the fuck out. Well, here, John, figure it the fuck out yourself. Do the right thing. Or don't. I don't care. Because the parents will know about this, and their parents can decide if they want to give you their money or if they want to give an actual company that, never mind. I'll keep my opinions to myself. But they can form their own opinions. And I'm sure that these videos aren't painting your company in the light you want it to, so I really wish you would do the right thing. And we both know what that is. But see you tomorrow, John with no H, on Thursday morning, probably 9, 8 Central.